You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, oh. Cause I did by default and without any doubt, though. I'm a me happy adult, though. I no go feed the girl. Welcome to Randoms. And we back with another video. Let's go ahead, let's get into these stories. Story number 1. Am I wrong for telling my roommate to stop emotionally supporting a raccoon? Okay, so boom. I, 23 male, live with my roommate, let's call her Katie, who is the kind of person that would adopt a jellyfish if it looks sad enough. Now, Katie's great. She pays rent on time, makes a mean banana bread, and owns more houseplants than any human should. Cool. But 2 months ago, something changed. Enter the raccoon. Yes, a raccoon. As in the trash bandit, the dumpster panda, the animal that looks like a burglar and acts like one too. Katie found it in the alley behind our building. Little guy was limping, possibly injured, definitely angry, and decided, yeah, I can fix him. So she starts feeding it every night on our back porch, and suddenly this raccoon is showing up like it pays HOA fees. Worse, she named it Beans. Now, I didn't say anything at first. Who hasn't tried to adopt a feral animal in a moment of emotional crisis, right?
Okay.
But then Beans starts bringing friends. And these are not cute Disney sidekicks. These are the kind of raccoons that look like they've seen some stuff and would mug you for a granola bar. Granola bear. I finally told Katie, hey, maybe don't keep feeding the nocturnal gremlins with rabies potential. And she got mad. Said I was interrupting her healing process and that Beans is helping her through her breakup. Look, I get it. Breakups suck. But this raccoon has claws, Katie. And now I'm the bad guy for suggesting maybe not turn our porch into the set of a low-budget nature documentary. So Reddit, am I wrong for telling my roommate to stop emotionally supporting a raccoon? I ain't gonna lie, man. Your story is hilarious. Honestly, no, you're not wrong. Cause like, what? It's a raccoon. Leave that raccoon alone, okay? I mean, I get that she was trying to help or whatever, but no, the answer is no. Don't bring it in my house. Don't feed it. Nothing. I mean, I'm sure it belongs outside. It's gonna find a way to eat. Like, come on, let's be real. No, you're not wrong for feeling how you feel. Story number 2. Am I wrong for asking my famous friend to take a selfie with a fan? This morning, I, 23 female, met a childhood friend, 24 female, who is now famous on TikTok. We rarely get together nowadays because she's been busy, and I never got to see her as this sort of celebrity in public, so to speak. Anyway, we were having coffee and a girl who was like 10 or 11 recognized her. I think the girl's mother was in the line to get their order and the girl came all by herself to our table. My friend was texting someone when she approached us and the girl asked her if she could get a selfie. To my surprise, my friend just kept texting like she didn't acknowledge the girl at all. I was a bit shocked, to be honest, but I thought my friend could not have heard her because the girl didn't speak loudly. In fact, she appeared to be shy. So the girl was just left standing there and there was this awkward pause. So I called my friend by her name and said, this girl wants a picture. And my friend indulged her request, but seemed bothered to do so. After the girl left, my friend turned to me and said something like, don't you ever put me on the spot like this again. If I wanted to take a selfie, I would have answered her myself. I couldn't believe she was saying that. Then she went on to say how she didn't even have her makeup done and didn't want to be bothered. I told her she could have just answered the girl, even if to say she couldn't take a picture right now. How could she just ignore her? Then my friend said, you don't understand. And that was the end of it. Am I wrong here? Honestly, your friend, I can't say what I want to say because, you know.
Guess what? You're a bitch.
But I do want to say this. She's messed up. At the end of the day, she wouldn't even be where she is without those supporters. So, like, the least you can do is take a picture, bro. Like, it's not that serious. I feel like, yeah, I understand that, you know, influencers and creators and stuff like that, you know, we do get tired sometimes. Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes you're in a bad mood, whatever the case may be. But you would not be where you are today without those same supporters. So I feel like it only takes a couple of seconds to take a picture. I get if like the supporter was being like aggressive, like they're kind of like borderline threatening you to take a picture, but like you already see that she's shy, she's nervous, she's actually being polite even with asking, because some people would just come up and just snap a picture, you know what I mean? In this instance, your friend is wrong and I feel like she forgot where she came from. Story number 3. Am I wrong for wanting my aunt to move out after she crossed the line in an argument? I, female, 46, and my husband, male, 42, Asked my aunt, female, 69, to move in with us 3.5 years ago when she was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. At the time, she lived alone and we had a second apartment where she moved in. A year later, due to her medication, she retired. We also moved to a more expensive location for our toddler's preschool and could no longer afford 2 apartments. We got a 3-bedroom home. My husband works from our bedroom. My aunt and daughter have their own rooms. Her presence has been helpful. She manages the house in my absence as my husband is uninvolved in household affairs. She also shares a strong bond with my daughter, 3 years old. However, she has strong opinions, often expressed in snarky, berating ways. I've mostly ignored them to keep the peace. Lately, my daughter has been struggling with a new nanny, leading to daily meltdowns when I leave for work or she has to go to school. My aunt insists I should sneak out instead of saying goodbye, which I refuse to do as it would break my daughter's trust. A few weeks ago, after missing school due to illness and an injury, my daughter had an intense meltdown about returning. I intervened, which made her more inconsolable, but we sent her to school. Afterward, my aunt exploded, calling me a terrible mom who intentionally made my child cry, saying I had no common sense and didn't know how to raise a child. Get out. Pack your bags and get out. She then pointed out that my husband never stops working to say goodbye, implying my presence was the problem. I snapped, telling her no one could dictate how I parent. The argument escalated and she crossed the line by saying, "You're just like your mother." For context, my mother abandoned me as an infant, took me back at 7, and failed to provide stability. I endured homelessness, neglect, and worse. It took years of therapy to heal. Despite this, I've supported her financially, but kept my distance after my daughter's birth. I haven't spoken to my aunt in 10 days. The tension is affecting my marriage and making me feel like an outsider in my own home. She owns an apartment currently rented out and could ask her tenants to vacate. I'd help her set up again, but I want her to move out. Am I wrong? Help who set up what? I'm not helping you set nothing up. You disrespected me. You called me a terrible mom. You said that I was just like my mother, and my mother was not in my life like that. And when she was, you know what I mean? We were homeless. We were neglected. What are you talking about? Girl, let's be for real. If we're going to be anything, be for real, okay? I'm not helping you move. I'm not helping you anything. I'm not helping you set up. No. Goodbye, and you can get out of my life forever. And me saying goodbye is the nicest thing I could say. Well, all right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed these stories. I hope y'all been having wonderful weeks, months, years, all that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Share this video with your friends and your family. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope you're having a wonderful day.